Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another GCrypto video. I'm your host Seth, and in today's video I'm actually coming to you from my house. Feeling a little bit under the weather. Woke up yesterday, and there's been a lot of people in my life who've been exposed to COVID recently, who I found out kind of after the fact. So trying to be safe, waiting on some test results and things like that. But for now, staying safe, staying at home, and coming to you guys from a home office. And today, you guys, we're going to be talking about Square Enix and their move to NFTs, Quentin Tarantino's lawsuit, and how it could be a landmark case for how NFTs and property and intellectual property rights are handled in the future. And finally,
what was I saying?
How eventually you're going to be able to game and buy NFTs from your Samsung. Hey guys, welcome to the video. As I said in the introduction, one of the most interesting developments that has happened over the last couple of days is Square Enix has fallen suit with many of the other major developers, including Ubisoft and a few others, who have announced in this year that they are going to be dedicating resources to NFTs and NFT gaming. Now, this news came to us via a letter that was written by the president of Square Enix, and in that letter he talked about sort of the trends that have happened in 2021, the general sort of landscape as it is with NFTs and blockchain gaming, and how he and Square Enix, by extension, are looking into and sort of planning on dedicating resources to the development of blockchain projects. And the gamer world is freaking out.
Everybody freaking out?
Square Enix are the developers behind Final Fantasy XIV, which is one of the largest online games out there right now. And major streamer Asmongold, who's a funny guy and I enjoy watching his streams, kind of went on and fucking torched Square Enix, as well as just like general adherents or believers, I guess, of NFTs and blockchain gaming in general, and said it was basically like a fucking fantasy and that it was basically being controlled by the corporate overlords and just like crypto tech bros and
sup bro,
yada yada yada. He went on, it's a funny video, you can check it out over here, but basically he went on to say and kind of I think espouse a lot of what a lot of gamers are feeling when it comes to these major developers announcing that they're going to be moving towards blockchain games. And I think that they have some fair points. And we're just still in these sort of nascent stages of NFT and blockchain gaming and everything. And it's just been very interesting to see because there's so much dialogue, so much conversation, not all of it very friendly.
fuck you!
From both sides, those who are proponents of NFT and blockchain gaming, who believe in player ownership and believe that it is the way of the future and just sort of a natural evolution and progression. And from people who believe that NFTs will single-handedly ruin gaming for everybody forever.
It's all fucking ruined now. It's all ruined.
And I think both sides have some very interesting points, but there's a through line that sort of runs through it all. And I've actually said this, I think it's, as a matter of fact, it's in the sort of intro video pinned to our channel here at GCrypto. And that is that I believe that NFT games and blockchain games are the way of the future, that developers will eventually develop games almost maybe exclusively on the blockchain, that they will, ensure player ownership over items, that, you can make money doing your games and playing the games that you love. All of those things I think will hold true. But there's one thing that's very, very important, and it is an argument that I've made from the beginning, and that is that NFTs and sort of making money cannot be the primary driver of NFT games. Now, what I mean by that is that NFTs have to be sort of a natural consequence or a sort of additional benefit. They can't be the primary driver of the game, because ultimately I think that what games bring to people is fun. And people have fun in games when there are interesting mechanics and interesting things and ways to engage within the game world, and when there's a good story or a compelling narrative or some compelling lore that surrounds the game itself. And I genuinely believe that. And I think that what we're running into is a lot of people who are viewing NFT games first as a financial vehicle. And I don't think that's true. I don't think they should be viewed as a primary financial vehicle. I'm sure there will be people who play NFT games to make their living. And I made a video about that. You can check it out over here. But I think by and large, what I'm looking for in an NFT game isn't that I can make money. It's that I can make some money playing a game that I love. And I think that that's a very important distinction to make, because ultimately games are for fun. And if we're not having fun, then what are we really doing, right? Games are entertainment, and I think they should stay that way. But I'd be curious to know what you guys think. I mean, let me know down in the comments below. Do you agree with what Asmongold said? Do you believe that NFTs are sort of the death knell of gaming, as a lot of people, I guess, have said? Do you believe that, it's a fantasy and that it's bad overall for gaming? Or do you believe that it's fantastic and the new wave and the best thing ever? Or are you somewhere in between, maybe like me, where you believe that it's a natural evolution, that it's ultimately going to be beneficial. There might be some pain in the interim, but ultimately it'll be for the best, and it'll be sort of a secondary aspect of gaming as a whole, similar to how microtransactions are in a lot of games that we know and love. Anyway, let me know down in the comments below what you guys think. The next topic that I wanted to talk about today that I think is very, very interesting is Quentin Tarantino and Miramax and their sort of extracted legal battle
Round 1, fight.
over whether or not Quentin Tarantino has the rights to create and mint NFTs based on his Pulp Fiction script. So if you haven't caught up with this story, this actually started, I think, back in November of 2021, but Quentin Tarantino was looking at making some NFTs from his script, and Miramax, within like days of the announcement, basically filed a massive lawsuit, said that he didn't have the rights because they technically, as the production company behind the film, owned the intellectual property of the script. Now, Miramax, that's what they assert, whereas Quentin Tarantino's lawyers basically assert that he's just kind of effectively making copies of his original work, a right which he reserved in his original contract. So this is a really, really interesting legal battle that is taking place in Hollywood, and I think it will have some very interesting long-term ramifications for how we look at NFTs and who the ultimate sort of owner of something like this is. Does a musical artist, can they, if they produce their song through a record label who also owns rights, can they mint their albums or their songs as NFTs and sell those, or does the record label maintain those rights? Does an author have the right to make NFTs from their book if they go through a publishing house and they have the rights? It's very interesting and very convoluted, and there's a lot of legal precedent, I think, that is going to be set by this case, and I'm very interested to see how it all kind of plays out. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I tend to side always with the artist.
Look, I'm an artist, I'm free.
It's because I believe that the artist is the ultimate sort of genesis for art and for the things that happen. I mean, the record labels, publishing houses, all of these other sort of intermediaries are basically just platforms on which, you can make an artist and get their work out there. But I believe that Quentin Tarantino should be able to do whatever the fuck he wants with his own script that he wrote single-handedly by himself. You know what I mean? But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. And finally, the last thing I wanted to talk about today that I just thought was kind of cool was that Samsung announced recently that their 2022 Neo QLED TVs are going to have basically integrated technology for cloud gaming and NFTs. So they basically stated that their new TVs that are coming out in 2022 will have the ability to utilize, or rather play, games from Stadia, GeForce, and Utomic, and those will be sort of integrated into the interface, I believe, of the TV, so that you don't have to have a computer. You can actually just set up your controller, link it to your television, and then play right through the TV, which is really, really cool. They haven't announced any major partnerships with platforms like Steam or Xbox Game Pass or anything like that, but it might be coming in the future. Samsung and Microsoft do have a history of sort of working together with different things, and Microsoft, at the beginning, I believe, leading up to E3 of 2021, did announce that they were looking into additional functionality when it comes to televisions and gaming. And what I think is really, really interesting about this is it might be the beginning of the end of physical consoles, because as more and more games move online, and as you can buy games just strictly through the game store or through Steam and download them onto your existing device, it might be that these consoles, big clunky things that you put in your living room, will kind of go the way of the dodo, because they won't be necessary anymore. We don't have so many people that I know, including myself, don't really have hard disk games anymore. We buy them just online, download them onto a hard drive, and then play them through through cloud computing or through just like locally hosted files. So I think that this is a really interesting sort of first step that I think is going to take it in that direction. But I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, I can't imagine why consoles would continue to be necessary if you can just hook up a controller to your television and play everything through there. It'll all be just integrated into a single device, and you can do everything from your TV. So I don't know. That's what I kind of think is going to happen. Let me know what you guys think. But that has been it for today, guys. I just wanted to talk about a couple of those things because I think they're really interesting when it comes to sort of like NFTs, the future of gaming, and how things are going to work. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe, do all the things that you're supposed to do, and we will catch you in the next one. Don't forget, game it till you make it. Bye, guys.